Hello and welcome everyone to part 7 of the Sparta Let's Play. As I said in part 7 of my Rome Let's Play, how'd you like the sound of my voice? It's back to being normal, it's back to being crisp and sharp. At least I hope it is. I won't be able to tell obviously till I finish this recording, but it should be fine. But yes, all things sorted. Be sure to watch my Hear Me Roar vlog to find out what exactly the hell has been going on with my microphones and headsets and all that over the last few days. All will be revealed in that Hear Me Roar vlog tomorrow. Anyway, Sparta. We're going to attack Pella. And that's held by the Tillis. Now, a lot of you will be going, oh, that's a really bad idea. Don't attack the Tillis. God dang it. No. Don't attack them. Don't do it. No. But the thing is, if I don't stop them here, the barbarians, I'm going to be facing trouble elsewhere. But there is something I'm going to be doing, though. That is building up my fleet a little bit more with 2 assault Duriers, or Dariers, however you say them. Not a clue. As I said in my Rome part, pronunciation to the wind, and yes, I'm going back to saying Perioikoi hoplites, because a lot of you are now saying, why aren't you saying them in the English translation? Why are you saying them in the odd hoplites, which apparently is the Greek translation? But you know what? I'm English. Yes, I know they said hoplites in game, but I'm going to call them as I've always called them because it's getting me very confused, and I'm saying 3 things at once. Hoplites, hoplites. So they're called hoplites from now on. Deal with it. But you know what I mean. Everyone says things differently. Even if they're wrong, people have preferred ways of saying things, and I like to say hoplites. I've missed you, hoplites. I'll never cheat on you again with hoplites. So I'm bringing both my main armies up here, and I'm going to lay siege to Pella very shortly. The rest of my provinces can deal without my military presence for several turns, so that should be fine. As I've been doing in my Rome part, and I will start to do that in my Sini part as well, I'm looking to upgrade and, you know, push my economy so they can grow a bit more. Because at the moment I am really pushing it between. I know I've got kind of 2 reasonable sized armies, but I do need to focus on the economy as well, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. But if I take Pella, that should help quite a bit. But I'm going to end turn, and then next turn we'll be able to declare war on Tillis. And I'm hoping within the same turn I can besiege them, although I may wait to get some siege ladders, because those of you that watched my Rome part that went up before this saw how useful they were in that siege. Also, I should say, check out the link in the description. That will show you the new schedule for all my uploads of Rome 2 for the rest of September. You know, that is, it's basically you've got 2 parts each day. Today you will have had about 4 parts, unless a few of them have spilled over into Wednesday. And that's because I was shattered Monday after a weekend of work up at Goodwood. But yes, basically you get 2 parts per day, and if you want to know which parts you get on which day, link to that is in the description. Huzzah! I do like the music actually in Rome 2. I know a lot of people aren't fans of it and they like the original Romes. But I actually quite like it. It's quite... I think it suits the game quite well. This is quite eerie, mystical, creepy. Household expands. Macedonia, or Macedonia, however you want to say it, but I'm going to say Macedonia. Oh no, Lionheart, you evil person for not saying it right, you douche, you. And I'm going to trespass now, because I want to get close to the enemy settlement with my armies. And now I'm going to declare war on them now that I've pissed them off quite a bit. Hey, Tillis. Hey. Now die. Is that plainly spoken enough for you, Tillis? And I'm going to be attacking with Ares Dread because of the cavalry. Got my reinforcing force, of course. Reinforcing force. I'm going to get those siege ladders. I'm going to continue the siege for 1 turn. Yes, we will face attrition, but it's worth it. So I'm just going to save up my funds now, just to use for economic upgrades. My fleet here can be set to double time, and we're going to bring my fleet up towards this little bit here, jutting out from Athens. Come on, ships, faster, faster, faster. There we go. Thank you.
We still have a good wind.
Oh, that's very good to know, because I'm going to bring them in to siege Pella as well, or attack some of these fleets as well, because I do enjoy a bit of a naval battle, even if it goes horribly wrong, which you guys know it does. So 1 turn left on my scholarship, which means I can get dignitary. We'll get to see that next turn. So Rome is sending a fleet down to Syracuse. I would, of course, take pronunciation lessons from you guys, you know, about how to say factions properly. But for things where it's kind of there's an English or kind of a Western versus Eastern way of saying it, or Greek versus English, you know, I'd probably just go with personal preference, because otherwise I do spend half the Let's Play trying to work out what the hell unit I'm trying to say. And to be fair, if you guys came for pronunciation or historical accuracy, you'd probably be over on Surreal Beliefs channel, which I know a lot of you guys are. Although I will give him, you know, a bit of a round of applause right now, because I do very much enjoy his historical series which he's doing at the moment. I'm learning quite a lot from him, because Roman history is something, well, this period of history is something I've never really looked at. I'm a medievalist, if anything. So if there's a Medieval 3 Total War, I'll be doing historical stuff on that, because I've got all the textbooks and all the coursework done for that. But Roman history is something I really do not know anything about. But I might try and do kind of like a fun fact each part or something like that. I might try and get into learning a little bit, because I've got to admit, Total War is definitely something which had a big impact in my love of history, because it built me up to kind of a platform from where I could go and research more and find out more about the period I was playing. Even if it wasn't completely historically accurate, that's another interesting part. You know, you can go and find out what isn't historically accurate and what is. So Tillis have pulled these large fleets towards me, which got lots of Thracian warriors.
Fleet reporting.
I'm going to put myself back to normal stance. Ideally, I'd like to just hit that enemy fleet. I can't, so I'm gonna go hide in Athens with my fleet. Meanwhile, for glory and honor, let's fight the assault. Sorry about the weird Gollum voice that probably just happened there. But yes, yeah, I might do some fun facts. And I've actually got quite a few friends that did, or they did Roman studies basically at university. Or for them it was ancient, classical, and medieval studies, ACMS. But I might ask them to send me over some links to some stuff so I can actually be a bit more informed about what the period I'm playing at, because I would like to know a bit more about this. And if you guys have any kind of good links, and I mean not saying Wikipedia is bad, but you know, kind of more academic links, I'd be more than interested in reading a few papers or something like that. That would interest me. Also, I probably should say, talking about reading things, PMs and emails you guys have been sending me over the last few days, I've been swamped with them, so it is going to take me a couple of days to get on top of those. It may even be the weekend until I get back to replying to you all. So if you have, or even if you have a comment or something, or a PM that maybe I've not replied to in quite a while, might be worth resending it to me as a PM or an email, and I will get to it as soon as I can, guys. Just thought I'd do that bit of admin. Right, where am I going to attack from? Well, I think I'm going to attack from this gate, actually, up here. And I'm going to put my Spartan hoplites on the ladder. Then I'm going to put my Perioikoi hoplites. No, hoplites, man, hoplites. Sparta! So I'm going to put one unit of Spartan hoplites over here. The other one can come over here and go on the bit of wall over like so. Then I'm going to have one of the Perioikois over here to capture this bit of wall right in front of them and then capture that gateway. And then the final one can go down here and capture this little bit of wall here and then take the gateway there. And I'm going to put my cavalry, I'm going to put them group 4 for now, And I'm going to have my cavalry over here, so that once the gates open, they can stream on in. And these guys can be group 2. My main bit of infantry, which is going to go in here. And then I'm going to have my general behind them. I just realised cavalry, you can just be group 3, because I'm going to have a reinforcing army. Or 2. Well, a large reinforcing army.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
And enemy reinforcements approaching by sea. My own reinforcements are coming soon. And the enemy is up on these walls. But I have my own plan. I'm going to send my spearmen in to take down the gate here. We've got enemy ships on the horizon making way for the shore. So lots of Celtic assault raiders. And here come all of my reinforcements. Yeah. And thankfully their faces are all fixed too now, which is awesome. So these are all my pikemen, which I'm gonna have. Oh no, that's my Spartan. My Spartan general. So let's try and get these guys. I want to get these guys all down to the beach. Basically, all my troops just need to be on this beach here. All the hoplites. All those periodically pikemen. Damn it! I need all these guys along here. Need my general, like so. I need my slingers, group 6, up on the hill, and oh, these are Spartan hoplites. They're fine.
The men are wavering.
Where are my men wavering? Oh dear. It's the ones at the gates. Trying to burn the gates down. Is the gate fixed damaged? Yep. Run back, men. My men are just approaching the walls on most angles with their ladders. Okay, that's fine, but they did what they need to do. They took down the gateway. Periodically pikemen can be joined by these guys. Oh, these are hoplites. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Put them in with the pikemen. Don't care. Everybody run. Should have brought the cavalry over here. Would have made more sense. So my men are pushing forward as quickly as they can. But these guys are going to land here and probably go after my guys on the walls. But these guys can now shift across to the gateway here. They have sent one ship here. They've also sent other ships in here as well to capture the central square. Capture the gateway. Send these guys down into the square. And we're now attacking these guys up on the wall. Let's have a look at them fighting. FPS actually seems quite improved right now. I'm not running things on absolute extreme right now. I can show you briefly what I got things set to. It's on custom. Most things are on extreme. Few things are down to very high and ultra. And unlimited video memory does actually give me a boost in FPS, so that's why I'm using it. So right now, that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, it seems to be running a bit smoother now since patch 2. Not as perfect as I would like, but it's running reasonably well. I'm going to send my general in as well.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Jolly good. Captured this gateway. These guys aren't moving off their from where they've landed on their ships. We've nearly captured. We're capturing this gateway, which means that my cavalry can start moving in because we're going to capture that gateway very soon. Captured these gates here. Huzzah! We've captured this. We're capturing this area right now. My Spartans are fighting their darndest to rid the wall of slingers. Oh, they're all jumping for joy because the enemy's just broken. Slingers, don't you run away. Just slinger the enemy to death. And we have the first of my units arriving.
Infantry at your command.
And they're going to face those units on the beaches. Now entering this first bit of square here.
Spartans! Our general is under attack.
Ah, that's fine, don't worry about it. But let's see. Where is he? Here is the Spartan general. God, cinematic camera is awesome. I love you, cinematic cam. Right, let's march on into the central square here. Hit these Celtic tribesmen with my cavalry as hard as I can.
We have captured the gates.
Surprised they're not coming up here to attack me. They've captured the tower over here. I'm gonna go capture that tower so it stops firing at me. My cavalry has smashed into the tribesmen here. They are doing damage to my troops. So I'm gonna let my hoplites do the talking. Over here.
We have lost a victory point.
Let's charge against them here. Set these guys into pike mode. Form up and attack.
The enemy have captured the gates.
They've recaptured the gates here. Not good, but we're capturing the tower. Here we go, smashing into them here.
The men are wavering.
Form up a defensive hoplite phalanx over here. The rest of my forces can now push in towards the gate here. Bring these guys off the wall. The slingers can stay outside right now.
Ready and waiting.
Our enemy have lost a victory point.
Yes, Commander. Orders.
We send the pikemen through the gate. Over here. Cavalry mopping up a lot of the enemy. I'm going to pull the cavalry back now. So the enemy has to come up against my hoplite phalanxes. Bringing in the rest of my forces now. Get these perioikoi to charge off the wall. I'm going to get my pikes here to turn and engage the Celtic tribesmen.
Understood. The men are wavering.
Oathsworn, that's what's doing a lot of damage here to me. We've got these guys coming up against my pikemen though. And we have victory because we've captured their central square. And we've held them at bay long enough to do plenty of damage and finish them off. And we can end the battle there. A decisive victory. We've smashed the Tillis tribes. We lost 396 men. And the enemy lost more than half, which is jolly good indeed. Didn't need to beat them any further than that. A victory point means we claim victory, as is in the name. Victory point. And at 8 minutes 02, a reasonable battle. Oh, I don't know why the battles seem longer. In a way, you know what? They aren't as short as they used to be. The patch has made things a bit slower. But I'm almost in a way kind of glad that they don't drag out as long as some previous Total War title battles, just because they would drag on a lot. For commentating, it's quite good because it means they get generally a good mix between campaign map play and battles, and it keeps things interesting. You know, there's a lot of quick battles to get through. You do have to think quickly, but obviously they didn't make this in mind just for the commentators. We've made a decisive victory, and we can now occupy the city. An increase in rank for Tyrannion. We've sent the Tillis ships packing. We now have improved our Imperium to noteworthy, so we can now field 6 armies, 4 fleets, and 2 of each agent. And we can enact 2 provincial edicts per turn, or number of provinces that can have. Oh, is that the same for each one, or what? I'm currently on tax harvest, but I'm going to go for bread and games would be good for public order, things like that. So let's go for bread and let's go for a shift to bread and games. I assume no, the edict takes effect at the start of each turn, so I assume that means what? New edict can be issued from here. So let's go for food and games as well. So now with this army, it's free to replenish a little bit, and then we can push on and take out Tillis' other territories, which used to be Macedon's. Puldiva used to be, and then Tillis' own original settlement, Anthea, deep in Thracian territory, which is why they have these cool Thracian warriors. I'm not going to send my fleet out because they are going to get annihilated. My spy over here, she's free to send against them though, and do some agent damage. We've now got a nice little boost to our economy, but a lot of these things are going to have to be changed over. So we can upgrade this to what we got here. Muster field, that'll need to be made into a Perioikoi camp. If I make this one a Holosidoros barracks. But let's focus on ports and things like that first, because that's commerce and wealth. We can't do anything here for a turn, but that's fine, and we'll change that over shortly. We have 2 provinces, which is good. So this army I'm going to send all the way up over to the border here, because Pulpadiva is yet another province capital. So that would be great too. Claim a lot of walled cities. Let's look at research. We can go for legal documents, which is kind of the same road I'm going down in my Rome Let's Play. I would, if I'm honest, like to get some engineering, get some workshops, because then I can actually get some siege equipment on the battlefield, as well as improving the current siege equipment I can have for sieges. Let's just have a look here. Legal documents. This just allows me to build lots of other industry-related things. So I'm going to continue along legal documentation, although astronomy would be useful. Culture buildings. No, go for that. Tax increase by a smidge. And as I said, we're going to save up the rest of the money for the turn and end the turn. Ooh, okay. Tyrannion.
At your command.
So let's make sure we give him his authority. Where is he? Where is he kept? Tyrannion is of the other families. Yes, he's another general. Nikon doing well. Right, end the turn, and then looking towards wrapping up the part for now. Egypt marshalling quite a fleet there, but they're pulling back, which is fine by me. I really don't mind. As long as they don't attack me right now, I'll be quite a happy chappy. Back with you, Egypt, back. And back to my turn. Invasion force lands. Tillis within our territory. Oh Christ, that is a large force. Objective: maintain 60 units in total, and we'll get 8,500 as our reward. Nice. Spartan hoplites. If we get 10, if we get another 8. Then we'll get 2,500. This is Sparta. We got that reward. We completed that. And Spartan hegemony. If we take... Okay, so if we take over the Asia province and Thracia, we'll get 4,000. And we'll get 5,000. I thought it said 8,500. What? That was a glitch then. One of them's glitching. Mission successful. We've got to have a reward to the treasury. Wow, we got a lot of funds now. Awesome. This is 8,500. Lies. Edict issued. Bread and games. Bread and games. Macedonia. Which has put everyone in very good mood. A very good mood. Change per turn. Everybody happy. So we've got to worry about this army. It's a large army. May well be worth to see if we can sue for peace, just to push them out of our lands.
I am sure you have many pleasantries.
They have accepted. They must leave. That's good. So it gives us a couple of turns to recoup then. And now with all that money that we've got, I can easily change all these barracks over. Make this a Temple of Ares. Public order. Spreads Hellenic culture, although that's already fine. Temple of Hephaestos, or however you say it, I can't say it. 20 wealth from industrial buildings, that would be quite useful. That's a lot of money though. Temple of Athena, Temple of Zeus, Temple of Poseidon. You know what, go for it, because it's quite a good economic boost. I have to save up the funds for anything else we want to do now, but that's fine. These guys, I'm going to fortify them. They've left their capital here. I'm going to pull my agent over here and just see what their homeland is like. Thracia. And I can obviously move my fleet out a little bit now, which is good. Bring them up to here. Try and trap them at that channel. But that's where I'm going to end this part for now, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Check out the schedule in the description, and also be sure to check out my Hear Me Roar tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff in there. And I'll finally be announcing the runner-up of my Rome 2 competition, because the runner-up gets a Rome 2 hoodie, which looks flipping awesome. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the mic quality resuming to normal. Ciao for now.